everyone, and welcome to our Facebook Live study. We are studying the book of Haggai, and last week we saw how the people of God responded to the message of Haggai, and in turn God assured them of his presence with them, and he, by his Spirit, fanned into flame the passion to start rebuilding the temple again. And now, only a month later, you'd think, maybe the story is finished now. But it's merely a month later, and it seems like the people of God has once again lost their fervor, and the flame is dying down. And they get discouraged. And the reason they get discouraged is that they look at the work of their hands, and they feel that it's inferior and almost futile, comparing it with the glory of the former temple and what stood there when Solomon built it. And this discouraged them so much because they had a physical view, a worldly view of what they were doing. God once again then comes through the prophet Haggai and speaks to them and encourages them and tells them in Haggai chapter 2 verses 1 to 9 that the glory of the latter temple will be greater than the glory of the former temple. See, God wasn't only looking at the stones that they were laying on top of each other. He knew that his son Jesus would grace the foundation stones of that temple with his own feet. The word of flesh would actually be present, would actually minister in the temple itself. And that is a glory that far surpasses the glory of the temple that Solomon built. And it goes even further, because it's not only the fact that Jesus himself graced that temple with his presence, but it's that looking ahead to us being prepared as his temple, and also how he is preparing each and every one of us to one day be a part of his kingdom and be a part of the new city and the new Jerusalem, where there will be no temple because Jesus' presence will be with us and our God will be our temple. And it's a wonderful thing to look forward to. So in your study this week, you will see that God encourages his people with these words, and you'll study the messianic richness of the passage, and then you will also be able to look at your own life and see that the things that you are doing for the kingdom of God, the things when you spend yourself for God, and when you spend yourself and sacrifice to follow him, be obedient to him, and work in his kingdom, the glory that awaits us far surpasses any discouragement or suffering that we might endure on this earth. So I want to encourage you, have a heavenly view like the Lord does. Until next time, goodbye.